Just going to take you through some quick stretches that you can do while sitting. So if you're working from home, you shouldn't even need to get out of your chair in order to do these stretches. First off, we're going to do a few stretches for the upper body, and then we've got a couple for the lower body as well. So what we will do first is a side bend. You can take one hand up over your head, stretching over to the side, back up to the center, and release. You can keep going on the same side, or you can swap from side to side. Should feel a stretch from your hip through the side of the waist, through the side of the rib cage, up underneath the arm, maybe even through the back of the arm, all the way to the fingertips. Lengthening up out of that pose as you do, and back to the side. The spine also does rotation, and so to stretch for that, what we might do is take one arm out in front of us, and then, like we're drawing back a bow, rotating. From side to side, thoracic spine getting a bit of mobilization. This one's quite nice to do in sitting because what happens is your pelvis stays nice and steady. So all of that rotation comes from your upper body. So as if you're pulling back that bowstring, you can stretch the other fingertips forwards as you do. Maybe even imagining your sternum rotating open to the side, getting that movement through the upper back. The spine also does flexion and extension. So we might interlink the fingers, slide the hands forwards, nod your chin slowly towards your chest, and allow the upper back to round, stretching between your shoulder blades, and then doing the opposite. Drawing the elbows back, you can arch your back just a little, so as if your chest is lifting up to the ceiling, coming into extension, back through into flexion, and into extension. Keep breathing, repeating that movement again. Stretches for our neck, tipping the ear to the shoulder. Shoulders stay nice and level, so you're feeling that stretch down the side. Returning to the center and the other side. There's also that muscle that really shrugs our shoulders up towards our ears. It runs through from the back of the neck to the top of the shoulder blade. So for that one, we're going to imagine taking our nose to our shoulder. So here I'm taking my nose to my right shoulder, and I'm getting that stretch down the left hand side. Come back to the middle, and then the opposite side. Once more, keep the shoulders nice and level. You can repeat all of those exercises, those nice stretches, as many times as you like. Just going to turn side on to you now and show you the two stretches for the lower body. Shuffle your backside forwards towards the edge of the chair. Stick one foot out in front of you. If you get any discomfort behind your knee, you'll want a little tiny mini bend. If you don't have any discomfort behind your knee, we're looking for a stretch in a moment through the back of the thigh. You'll be fine to do it with a straight leg. If drawing your toes up towards you is a bit too strong, no need to do that. You're going to hinge forwards from your hips. So as we lean forwards, we want to find a bit of a stretch through the back of the leg. Notice here how my lower back stays straight. You can hold this stretch until you feel that little bit of release through your lower back. More flexible people will be able to lean further forwards. Some of you may not need to lean forwards very far at all. What you don't want to do with this one is round the back. Here all you're doing is stretching those muscles of the back, which are probably already a bit fatigued from slouching. So nice and tall, abs are engaged, lower back feels nice and straight. We also want to stretch some of those muscles around the back of the hip, so you can pop the ankle of your right leg onto the knee of your left leg. Getting into this position, we tend to slouch. So you're going to tilt the pelvis, sit up nice and tall. Again, notice here the lower back stays nice and straight. And here I'm already getting a stretch a little bit through the inside thigh and around the back of your hip. If you're more flexible, you will then also just want to lean forwards, maintaining that nice straight lower back until you can feel a little bit more of a stretch. Hold it until you feel a slight release, maybe holding for 5 breaths, something like that. When you return, you should find that sitting up nice and tall feels a lot more comfortable. Thanks guys, I hope you enjoy them.